Hi, welcome back to the next part of our tutorial. Today we make that here and we start. Screencast keys are on. We see there's a very complex thing that we want to build. I hope we will make it good. Add mesh cube. We scale that in the X and scale a little in the Z. Then we see we have difference from the model in such parts. That means we go in edit mode and make their loops in Control R. We make here one loop. Here is a change of the topology, and here is one. And for the start, we need here is a change here, here, and here. So we go to the top and make there a loop, then down under him. Go here a little up. That isn't that much deep. That is our front here. Then comes this small part here, and then the down part complete. So that can be our base topology. We get that object in front. Good. Now we see that here comes a little bit out of the whole thing. So we get that out too. We take this top thing here, the face, extrude them, bring them out. So what we see is that we need these holes. For that we need a distance between them and the rest. So that means we make here a loop 2. Then we need a loop for the thickness of this wards here beside. So we make here a loop and here one. Then we can delete the yeah the face that we have there. We take here this edge and X, we delete them. Now there is a hole in. We take there a modifier, subdivision surface level 2, and we see what we get. It is such like that. That is because he wants to round up this all that we built, and now we must change that. So we go in there and make a loop on the back side. So we have sharpened that up. So we make it here too. Good. Then you see he tries to round it up here, but it isn't really straight looking. So we go in there and make loops to this side, and you see what happens there. It will be rounder at this stuff. So we make it with the other side too, and we have this hole. We can now mark them, extrude them to the middle, and we have a good looking result for start. Good. What we do next, we go here to material mode, that we see our real object there. Then we see that we have here, that is here, a hole, and here a hole. So we go in there and get here a loop and here. So that means we make it here. Okay. Then it isn't, it is on the same high as the down part of this one here, but in the half of this. So it must be this face here. So we go a little deeper from here. That is nearly the half. Okay. Then we go here and say X only faces. So we have this hole, that one, and the same we do on this side, X only face. You see that is round in the moment. I show you that in solid mode to see better. And we want to have it like a quarter or something else. So we go in and make their loops in, Control R, Control R. So, and now you see we can handle that to make it straight. Same we need in this direction to get here up and here down. Then we need it here in this part too. Now we have that one. The same we make on this side. Control R to make this and to make this and here a loop and there one. Good. That is, we have this two holes. Then we see we need another down there and down here. So we go in this mode and we see that is this down part here. So we go here, edge selection, and delete the down edge, X, edge, X, edge. So we have that hole there. I show you that in solid mode again. And we now make the same as before. We go in and give them a loop to sharpen the roundness there, and another loop on this side. We see we have here a problem with there is a hole in there that isn't that what we want, so we close that now, F, and now we must cut in here because there isn't something cutted. That means we cut through that with the knife tool and cut in here, and you see it will be sharpen up. The same we make with this one here. Good. Now we want to sharpen up that, so we must make here a loop to control that, and here on the side same. So we have that and this great hole here. So we can mark that here and extrude them to the inside, and the same we can do with this one, extrude to the inside. So we have 1, 2, 3 holes, 4 holes in a moment, but we need more. When we look there, we see here is one for the steering wheel and here for the vents. The vents are not as deep as the other things there. That means we go here a little deeper and we make here loops. So Control R to set one. That is this line, and we need here one. So we go there, make it here. Now we have the part that we can erase. That means we delete this edge here and this edge there. Now we have a hole in here. Good. We see in solid mode we have here the same problem as before. There isn't enough material, so we go in and make there a loop, and on this side a loop, and then we connect that with F close. Then we need another loops to control the roundness here. So we go in here, make a loop, bring them up. Same on this side, same at the top. And you can steer with them how round it should be. And in this case, it should be a little round because steering wheel comes in there, and that is really round hole. Good. We see what we got. We go in the material mode again. And we see we must make a hole here for the vents. That's beside that hole here. And when we look here, we have no loop in there to make this here. So we make a loop on this side here. And then we can make this hole. Um, I think we go down with that a little. We mark that completely. Go down. And with that, we go down 2. Now we have this face that we can delete with X and only face. So we have a hole again, solid mode. And you see it isn't sharp like the other ones too. So we go in there like ever and make it with loops. Go here, a loop, on the top right, a loop, down left, 1, and down right, 1, and at the sides, 2, down and top of this one. The problem here is when we now bring that will change too, so we need another loop there so that we can control only this thing without them. That means we can control that by a knife and cut in here. Good. And here we need another 2, so we get a knife and cut here. And with them we can now handle the roughness there. Good. We mark them and action through them to the inside, like we did it with the other 2. We mark that, but we only need the front. So we go in vertex mode with background and take the circle selection, and with pressing the middle mouse wheel, you can deselect words, and we only need that here, and extrude them to the inside. Then we see we have here no point to make it correct, so we make here a loop in. Then we can mark them, and with F we close. So we have that. Same as here, we need here a connection point. So we go over to here and then close this point here. Good. We have that. The same we need to do here. We go and mark this front part and extrude them to the inside. And now we can close here with F. Same as here, close with F. Now we have our model in the whole thing, but looks wired, so we must tweak a little. That means when you look at the proportions of the holes, they are different. This is short, that is long, but this is too long. I see it. Well, when you have the eye for that, you will see that that is too big. That is better. Maybe a little bit more and more. That is okay. Then this is longer and this whole part is longer. So we go in and mark that and bring them out. Then we see we have more the result that we need for that. Good. You see that is it's like a quad and here it's longer. So we go in there and mark that all and bring them out. Good. Looks a little better. here that we can let like it is. In the whole thing, we scaled it in the set now to become a better result. And you see that here is too high, this part. So we go in there and mark this whole line here and bring them down. Such like that. Looks for the first time good. The only thing that I don't want so is that this is for me is too small. We need there a much bigger part there. So I take this whole line here and bring them down. So we have more material there for these other lines and so on. That means that we can go with the rest a little deeper. So we mark that and go deeper there. And oh, we got there some failures in, I see. Okay, but it is thicker now. And here that is as sharp as it is here. Good. We let, no, we do, here we go deeper. So we mark that and that. And then we go deeper here. So that looks better for me. Good. Now we see that isn't a flat front that has a deepness on the sides. That means we must bring them all more to the back. So we mark the front top line, but only front top line, because we don't want to make other things going with. So we only need this front part here. So I take only these words here. And then I can drag them back and we get this round looking stuff there. The same we make on the other side. So that means we get this. You see what I mean? Only this top part. And then we can drag them back and we get this roundness that we need for that. Same is on the downside. So at first we go in there and bring that whole thing back. Then this line here, bring them back. Then this line and bring them back. So we have now better result. Here is the only problem that it isn't straight here. And that means we must get them to a position that can be straight. And that's the same with these points here. We bring them down. And then we have a good result. For the moment, I would say we must here take this part and make them thicker. That is too thin. So it's better. Good. We want to smooth that up a little. That means when we take smooth here. Good. Then we see it isn't really straight, it is a little round there. So we will go there and take behind selection width and get here with circle selection that point and bring them a little up, here a little up, only a little, and here circle selection, good, and here and here. So we have more round stuff there. Then we see that is too sharp here. That means we take this whole thing there and bring it in the middle of that. So we get more round looking effect. The same we make here on the side. Get this with circle selection and grab it. With background we must have here. So, okay, again, circle selection, grabbing and bring it like in the middle. So, good. We have that. Then we see here a little banding and there a little banding. So we go in there and take this two lines here. So that, okay, bring them a little out. And the same we make at this side with the back here and bring them a little by. Good. That is our stuff that we need. It wasn't that complicated as I thought, but was not very easy. Yeah. But we got it. That is the important thing. We got it, and that's good. Maybe we can go a little deeper with that, but I will let it on you to make that or not, if you want. So, that was this part. We now save it at first. Then we need to do a couple of other things. That means the handbrake. We don't have them in a moment. So we must build them. Here is the handbrake. So we see it here from the side, but this is a Golf 2 and that is from a Golf 1. You see here this plastic thing that we built at first. So add mesh cube, scale down, scale it in the set. Okay, and we see it has many parts here, 1 card, 2 card, 3 card, 4 cards. So we make that. Control R. Again. I start again. Add mesh cube, scale down, bring it on the side, positioning, scale in the X, scale in the set, bring it to that position there, edit mode, Control R, make a loop on this part and this part and that and near 2. Okay, now we have these cutters, but here in the middle we need this thing, so we make there 2 loop cuts. So we see it is like a stairs down part and then it goes higher. That means we go here and take, let me think, all this front stuff here and get them out a little. That is the start. Then it becomes that we take this part here and go up. That is this straight cut there. Then we mark that here and bring them out a little because that isn't much higher. But then the rest is the highest, so we take that here and bring them out like that. So that is this form there, and you see that here comes out straight looking other way than the rest. That means we must separate them from the rest. Uh, so for me, we make here another loop and here another loop. Then we take this whole thing here, this here, and extrude them, bring them large out. And now we scale it in Y, scale Y 0, so we have a straight one. Then we rotate in the X, that we get that. Then we can bring it in, and we have that thing. Maybe it must be here near and there more out. So we rotate more in the X, such like that. Then we see there is an outcutted hole in there. So we go there and make there some loops in. Then we get this side here and this side plus these two things and Control B, roll the middle mouse to round that up. So we have more this round look. And now we need here to open that. So we go here and delete the edge. And then we have that hole that this thing, the break, can come out. If you want to make it a little bit rounder, you can make here 3 loops and then bring them with word selection one deeper and these two guys here a little deeper. And then you have some round looking hole there. Good. That is the first thing. Yeah. Then we need this outcoming part here. So we can scale that a little, bring that here on the side. We are at front mode. So now we must build that here. That means we take here a simple cylinder, add cylinder, with 24 is enough. Rotate Y 90, scale down, scale it in the X. We see it is not straight at the end. Here is a little outcome part and here's a little. So we must get their loops. Here one and at the back one. Then we can get this out and rotate in Y. Scale. Then we can push it to, and then we have that. The same we can make here, rotate in Y, and we have this straight line there. Good. It should be a little bit more round, so we Control B, we bevel them a little, and roll middle mouse button, so there's more round stuff. Here the same, Control B, bevel a little, and then we have more round thing. Good. This here we make the rifles, these stripes here we make later with a bump effect or normal or something else. And this one we can make manually. So we go at the place and make the loops. Here one, beside one, same here. and the last one here. Good. Now we need to drag out this part. So we look from down to that object and mark what we want to drag out. That is for me that here and that here. Oh, okay, I make it manually like ever. It's good. No problem. And here, the things, and same here. Okay, and then with extrude and grabbing in the set, we bring them out, and then we have that. You can round up that now if you want with beveling again. Control B, then you can bevel that. So you can make that with all this stuff there. Control B, row, good. Same here. Control B and row. Good, we have that. We make a smooth on that. And we have that. I said before, there comes later out thing. Okay, we have here things come out. So we get that front here, the face, extrude scale down. Then we extrude and drag them to the inside. Extrude scale to make it more small, and extrude and drag it to the X outside. Then we have that outcoming part there. This should be straight, so we make scale X0 and give them a loop here, scale X0, so that we can mark that and bevel that again. Good. Here we have a shading arrow. We can make it that we mark that and say it's flat. Then the shading arrow is gone. So at the front here too, when you say it's flat, you have no bad effect there. Same as here, flat, and it's all okay. Good, I save for one time. Then we need this here that we make simple because it's in the plastic the most. So add cube, scale down. Then we get this part, grabbing, position here, selecting, grabbing to here, and that was it. Good. We scale them and the Y, such like that. We plug them into this object. So we have that. Then we join them together as one. Then we have that part here where this should be inside. So I rotate that X 90. Yeah. Then rotate X 180. Yes. And rotate Z 90. And rotate Z 180. That is that what I would. This here is a little too straight for me, so scale and a set and bring them back. This is stands a little up, so we rotate them in that direction and scale it a little down and bring them into this other object, and then we have it. If you want, you can delete here also the middle part at the front, but then we must make here a loop before that we don't cut all this stuff. Oh, then we have a problem. So we can do it like that, and then get a knife and cut from here to there, and then you can take out these three words, and then you have this hole where it is in. Good. That was the handbrake. We done much today, and that is enough for today. So see you in the next tutorial. Bye.